want to deep dive with you rock stars here today in an important conversation about managing your internal state, about what it really takes to show up as a 6 and 7 figure coach, and this crazy magic carpet ride of change and transformation that you're on, and what happens on the other side of fear when you learn how to master your emotions, when you don't feel like you're bobbing around on this ship, kind of at the like, wow, I'm here in the waves. You're actually driving through the waves. You have your hands on the steering wheel. You are the captain of your own ship. You're able to put the gas on, put the brakes on, and know how to run, how to manage, how to grow, when to hire people in your company. What is the right next move for you without letting fear, and specifically for women, fear of the unknown, take them out of the game. So welcome. Let me know if you guys are tuning in here live. What's up? Stacia is here. Oh, Jessica, of course, is here every week supporting us. And let me know where you're calling in from. So I can say hello. And so that this, the more you guys comment here in this live stream training, the more it gets pushed out to people. So welcome. We're about to jump into a really juicy conversation. I've been helping women here at Take Your Power Back Now, women's empowerment / coaching consulting company for the last 12 years, skyrocket their confidence and cash flow. We have coaches that join us who are making their first couple of high ticket sales. Oh my God, I'm going to charge what? 10 grand for my program. Yikes. And we have some other coaches that join us in our more advanced programs who are taking their yearly income, let's say as a teacher or, in their corporate job, and they're turning it into a monthly income. They're making $30,000 a month, $40,000 a month. How are they doing this? Well, they're creating mastermind programs and setting up automated sales funnels to create sales consistently every single week or every single day. Some of them are hiring sales teams. Some of our clients are, oh my gosh, I got too many clients. I got to hire a business manager. Well, how do I do that? Never done that before. I need a social media person. I need to hire a salesperson, Vanessa. Where do I hire coaches? So these are the kind of conversations that I get to have with these amazing women every single week on the inside of our programs. I've been doing this now for 12 years. So if you're new to, our Facebook group, welcome. What's up, Christina? Stasi's here from Kelowna, BC. KD, Rico's in the house. What's up, KD? Great to see some familiar faces, some new faces here joining us today. And no matter what stage of the game that you're in or you're joining here, it's pretty scary. And it is. And this is something really different that I've noticed from running a women's empowerment company, right? Everyone on the inside of our program are women, spiritual women coaches, and they are struggling with this identity of, oh my God, can I really charge that much? Are people really going to pay me that much money? Afraid of investing in ad spend. I'm going to invest, and it's a new skill. Maybe it's hiring somebody for the first time to join you and to help you, afraid of, can I really manage and lead people? And it's not something I see really discussed openly in kind of male-dominated, courses out there where they talk about, of course, the funnels and the lead flow is super important. Creating high-ticket offers, super important. Metrics, dialing in, making sure you're tracking your numbers, all really important. But there's another side of it with women that is crucial to winning at the 6 or 7 figure earner, high ticket coach. And that's really allowing all of your feelings and what to do when you find yourself in this uncomfortable. And I was listening to a video yesterday. I thought it was really great. It was a video about sales, one of my friends. And he said these 3 things, I even wrote them down, that, what's best for people, what's best for your clients, what's best for our clients is usually outside of their comfort zone. And most people will fight like hell to stay in their comfort zone. And as an entrepreneur, you're going to spend the majority of your life outside your comfort zone, growing, changing. So this whole conversation is really about, how to help you identify when you are stuck in that and what to do with it. So welcome. Super excited that you guys are joining us. And I'm going to go over some keys and I really want to have a conversation with you guys and answer some of your questions. Michelle is here, Christina, welcome, welcome. So, and some of you guys may know about my work. Some of you may not. We run mastermind programs for women to help them create more confidence and cash flow in their coaching business. A lot of our clients are healers, experts, coaches, they're authors, they're speakers. A lot of them are teachers, yoga teachers who can't teach anymore, and they're learning how to transition their service offering online. And some of them are making their first few high ticket sales. Let me know if that's you. Comment below, say, that's me. If you are, joining us and you still haven't yet set up your own high ticket coaching program that you could sell for $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, $30,000 online. Let me know if that's you. Say, that's me. And some of our clients, like I mentioned before, have already been in the coaching game for a while. They have coaching certifications and they want to turn their inconsistent sales into sales every day. They're tired of hustling and chasing down clients or posting, all day long on social media, and they want to invest in using paid advertising funnels to create sales every single day. Some of them hire sales teams. So that's what we really do here on the inside of our programs. So let me know if you're like, still need to make my first few coaching sales or high ticket program, Vanessa, or if you're ready to scale. You know that you have a great service, you just want more clients. So that's what we do here at Take Your Power Back Now. I have the sheer blessing of working with some amazing women every single week on the inside of our programs with our sales managers, copywriters, Facebook ads support, mindset help, copywriting, video. So what's different about our programs is that we teach only women. We deal with a lot of the inner game we're going to cover here today. And then we also help you, strap your tits on, get to work and set up these systems in your business, because systems let you sleep at night. What's up? Angeline is live from New York City. Samantha is from the Bay Area. What's up, Samantha and Angeline? Michelle is from Florida. Christina's from Florida. Oh my goodness, you guys. I am here in Mount Shasta today and I'm not wearing my bikini because there's like 28 inches of snow on the way in the forecast, and it's super beautiful, and like the soft snowing is like falling, and I love that feeling. I'm a Canadian girl, and it's so nice to be back in winter. I moved from Canada to Hawaii in 2013, so like, oh my God, 8 years ago. And that was really when I had to figure out online marketing or go back to winter. So I did that for 2 years, lived in Hawaii, and made a bunch of mistakes, learned from them, and started teaching women how to create a portable, profitable business that they could rock in their bikini. I became the bikini business coach, and now I teach women all around the world how it's done. Welcome. I love hearing from each and every one of you. Los Angeles over here, you look amazing today. Winter suits you, lady. Thank you. I love it. Tell you what, I have this beautiful home that I purchased a couple of years ago. And I bought it as soon as I didn't even walk in the house. I saw these huge 200-foot tall trees and this beautiful pink mountain and right in front. I can sit on my couch and look at the mountain, and I was like, sold, I'll buy it. At that point, I was obsessed with watching these home improvement shows. You guys ever watch those? Like, the Magnolia chick, her and her husband, the Gaines, and they like, remodel a house. I was like, yeah, we'll just do that. A year and a half later and several hundreds of thousands of dollars. I love my house. It's beautiful. Okay. Stacy says here too, Kelowna has been getting some beautiful big snowflakes for 3 days. Kelowna, my aunt and my dad's sister lives there. It's a great place. A lot of fruits, lots of peaches. Kelowna is a beautiful, beautiful place. All right. So let me know. Let me know, what is it? Let's just say, most people know what they have to do in their business. Most people know that, okay, they need to build their email list, or they need to start charging more, or they need to reach more people, or they need to brush up on their sales skills, or they need to get more visible. You know, most people know they need to improve their profit, or, you know, hire people to help them. So if you were to pick here something that you know you've been procrastinating on, what would it be? Go ahead and comment in the chat. And what's holding you back from, you know, pulling the trigger and just going for it? Because this is a really, I want to know, I want to have a real conversation with you, and I'm open for you asking questions. The way I love working with my clients is like, I'm available, ask away, and let me respond to you. Because here's the deal. It's, you know, we just moved into 2021, and it is an incredible time right now to be an online coach, an online entrepreneur. It's incredible. I mean, no one's really going back to work, so everyone's coming online. And everyone's learning how to use these tools, right? And brushing up on their online marketing tools. And a lot of it is overwhelming. Okay, let's be honest. It can be very overwhelming. And it's, you know, new year. So you create these New Year's goals, resolution. I'm going to double my income. Or maybe you were like me when I first started out as a coach. I wanted to just make the same amount of money in my coaching business as I did, you know, in my job. Back then I sold mops and lint removers. True story. I wrote my first book about it, from bankrupt to making $900 a day selling mops. Became the top salesperson in that company. And I learned about direct sales, direct marketing. And then I transitioned that into helping entrepreneurs with both their mindset, their state, and also sales and marketing skills. And that was quite a while ago. And more recently, I think this is like 4 years, 2016, 2014, 2015. Take Your Power Back Now really is the book that kind of put me on the map, and teaching women how to overcome their resistance. So we make a goal, okay? And hey, it's 2021, I want to double my sales. I want to quadruple my sales. I want to be more visible. So Christina says, making more offers, mindset blocks. Stasia, let myself be seen. Stasia, stop silencing myself. So a lot of you guys want to be more visible. You understand that if you are more visible, this is a really simple recipe. Be visible, deliver value, make offers. That's what's going to help you increase your income. But people have a lot of fear towards that. So we make this like conscious decision with our conscious mind. I'm really going to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to have the new relationship. I'm going to make more money. I'm going to take the vacation. I'm going to whatever it is. And then reality kicks in, and we hit that terror barrier, right? Of, oh shit, I've never done this before. What was I thinking? And we get almost like right to the part of like taking that step, that leap. And then what if it doesn't work? You know, who am I to do this? You know, no one's ever shown me how to do this before. And most importantly, it's not safe. So we have this ego that tries to protect us from failure, from losing, from being judged, from death. And it really throws a curveball. So a lot of the conversation we have on the inside of that I love having on the inside of our conversations with women is how do you identify when you are in that place of fear? And that's what's driving your car, instead of coming from a place of beingness, oneness, love, and letting that, right, being a love leader, letting that guide your life. It's a very different experience. I just had a client this week, we were talking about how safe is it for you to be really, really rich? Okay, it's not just about what if I fail. A lot of the times what holds us back from our greatness is the beliefs that we have about, wow, what happens if I get it right? Right? And so, I work with women really on taking, a peek inside your subconscious. That's what's really running your show, all of the stories and decisions that we've made a long time ago, and rewiring that, repatterning that. So she, gave her a new kind of marching order to the subconscious. And the following week she showed up and she said to me, you're right. I made this new intention, this new belief that making money was safe and easy. And I just picked up my first high ticket coaching sale. It was super easy. Wow. And so that's kind of the experience that's the conversation that I want to have with you all. Hey, what's up, Marianne? Leslie's in the house. Hey, Leslie. Michelle says, I'm looking for some awesome marketing ideas to stand out. Christina, making more offers and mindset blocks. Right. So ask me questions, guys. The truth is most of the time what we're afraid of is just, is up here. It's a lot with the chewing and the time and the imagining the worst case scenario is actually a lot scarier than just getting into the unknown. And that's really when life becomes magical. It really is. I remember my first the first really big coaching program I ever joined back in 2016 was a $60,000 investment. I didn't even own a house at that time. And it was like, wow, maybe I can afford to make 2 months payment and hopefully I get this right. Otherwise, I'm out, and I was willing to take that risk. So, it's time to grow, and that you will actually grow when you find yourself in this place of it's scarier to think of me remaining in the same. It's more painful and more scary to remain where I am than to take that risk and to take that leap. And that was certainly the case with me back then. I had one coaching program. I was doing all the coaching myself. This is before I had really a team. And I was kind of stuck with, I had about 20 or 25 clients, but they required all of, I couldn't grow. So I was kind of stuck at this income model. Some people would say, well, that's not a bad problem, Vanessa, $300 and something thousand a year. So I'll take that problem. But new level, new devil, you grow. And I wanted to have more freedom in my life. I wanted to have, be able to help more people with the work that I was doing. And I didn't know, how to scale. I didn't know how to create, hire people to help me. So that was a really great investment. It was scary as all hell. And it paid off. So the number one thing that you really need to get to is believing in yourself that you can do it. And also know that, if you're not a little bit shit scared, you're not going fast enough. This is what a marketing mentor once told me. And that's always stuck with me. So life becomes magical when we lean into the uncomfortable, when we take that risk, and right on the other side of that, I always say, there's a lot of energy for you. There's a lot of energy right beyond the door that you're most afraid to walk through. And it's like, the universe comes in and kind of showers you with all of the opportunities, but you've got to make that decision, right? You've got to be the one to turn the door and walk through that kind of terror barrier. And if you don't, well, things don't change, right? Things don't change. So I'm going to share with you guys a really simple recipe. And I want you to let me know if, number one or number two, which one relates to you. Okay. So because there's only 2 times that you can actually have a problem in your life. When I heard this a couple of years ago, I thought, wow, this is a game changer. So there's only 2 times you can have a problem in your life. Number one, you procrastinate making a decision, right? I'll do it later. Oh, I will fix this problem in my business when, I have more time, when I have more money. They're never going to have enough time or money. It's never the right time. I'm going to whatever. Right? You procrastinate making a decision, in which case nothing changes in your life, because that is how we wield our power as conscious creators, by making decisions. I'm going to do this. I'm not going to do that. Procrastinating is also making a decision to not make a decision, so nothing changes. Right? There's nothing outside of us that dictates our life but us. However, we do give our power away to all these externals. Oh, the boss, oh, the this, oh, the whatever. Your internal state is governed by you. So let me know if this is number one, if your problem has to do with number one or number two. So number one is, I'm not going to make a decision. I'm just going to kind of think about it. I'll make the decision when it feels right. Number two is you've made the decision that even if you take an action, nothing will change. Number two is even if you take the decision and do or try something new, nothing will change. It's kind of hopeless. In which case, you've given your power away to this external thing that now you're hopeless. It doesn't even matter if you, even if you try, it's not going to make any difference. So again, you know, it's like making the decision that something else is going to be more powerful than you. So with number one or number two, as you're thinking about, you know, moving into the unknown and taking a risk or a leap of faith, or, you know, for a lot of people, it's investing in themselves at a level they've never done before. You know, hiring help, hiring a mentor or a coach, or finding the right strategy, or getting help dialing in their Facebook ads, or breaking through their visibility blocks, or getting clear on what really is their program, what should they charge, how should they set it up, you know. These are really two things to keep in mind, because when you make a decision, I'm going to go for it, I'm going to do this, you know, you kind of move, everything moves into support that. Like the universe is really here to give you what you want if we can learn to get out of our own way. And that really is a lot of the work here at Take Your Power Back Now, help teaching women how to overcome the resistance to creating a life that they love. Because they know, you know, women come to me all the time and they know they're really good at what they do. They really love helping people. There are a lot of them are therapists, coaches, healers. They just, you know, sometimes get freaked out by, oh my gosh, the online marketing part, or the charging more, or the, oh my gosh, my family's going to think I am crazy. They're going to, you know, who are you to start this? Who to call yourself an expert to, you know, I don't even know how to hire somebody. You know, is it really possible for me to make $100,000 a month? Yeah, sure. It's, you know, it's a system that you set up, but it's totally doable. So breaking these beliefs, and also most importantly, breaking through the resistance to action. And the number one thing that stands in the way is always fear. So, hey, what's up, Phyllis? What's up, Leslie? So Leslie says, I'm working, but not getting calls. So that's really interesting. You know, I see this happening a lot as well. When you're pulling out all the stops and you're doing all of the work, and it should be happening, but it's not. This is one of two problems. Usually with marketing, it can be not speaking to the right audience, or not speaking to problems that people are willing to solve, not making offers, or really boring marketing. Yeah, that can be a problem. And on the inner side, it could be something about safety as well. You know, I mean, when I first started really going hard on investing in paid advertising, I mean, some days we invest, you know, $2,000, $3,000 a day in paid ads. But back in the day when I didn't do that, I remember kind of feeling like, wow, if I really grow, it's not safe for me. You know, my family will get me, the freaking government will get me. Like I had all these crazy irrational fears. And that's what the ego does, right? It tries to protect you. And so learning how to undo, you know, these inner workings and these stories, and actually, you know, moving into a place of understanding how the mind works, you know, making a new story, and it being safe for you to win, safe for you to be seen, safe for you to be wealthy. That's usually how, you know, sales come from almost nowhere. It's sounds very woo-woo. And I'll be honest with you, you know, business building is a combination of both those things. You need the systems, and you also need the inner conviction. And you need to be able to look inside your mind and identify the resistance and the blocks. And these are the conversations I have every single week about this inner stuff, about the fear. Women are terrified. You know, again, I'm thinking of this one woman because, you know, from one week to the next, it was incredible. And I always do a round of celebrations on our Q&A calls. What are you guys celebrating? And she said, oh my God, I made my first sale. I was so scared. You know, it's really scary. And the next thing we do is, you know, we think we shouldn't be afraid. We think we should have, you know, this in place by now. I see this all the time with women who gaslight themselves and shouldn't feel this way, or, you know, I should have more energy, or I should be further along, or I shouldn't still be struggling with this. No, you should be. And it, you know, it should be frustrating. What if you gave yourself permission to have your feelings instead of trying to be something you're not? What would happen to your feelings? What would happen to that resistance? Well, you would run it right out of your body and you'd come back to ground zero. And then that's a really fertile place. That's actually the only place for you to start impregnating. Right? Otherwise, it's kind of like having a garden full of weeds and then you try and drop a seed in there and it just gets taken over. It never sprouts. Right? So it's really about creating a fertile ground for your thoughts and beliefs. Lily says, Vanessa, I want to launch my business using a sales system avatar without an introductory offer and bonus. Is it possible? Well, it's absolutely possible to launch your business using a sales attraction system, so paid advertising, without an introductory offer and bonuses. So what does that mean, without an introductory offer? What exactly do you mean by that? And let me know if you guys have any questions for me specifically about this topic or about something else. Happy to answer any questions for you. But I mean, I think it's very possible to launch your business. How many, you know, how are you using right now, Lily? What is your way to generate leads and sales? Are you doing referrals? Are you running paid ads? Do you have a webinar? Do you have a video sales letter? You know, how are people becoming introduced to your offer, and what specifically are you selling them? Tell you what, one of the most exciting things that you will learn as an entrepreneur is just how awesome you are. I'm telling you how awesome you are and what you're capable of. I would have never imagined in like a million years that my business would grow to become a multi-million-dollar worldwide movement. Wow. Okay, Janina says, how much is your program? That's a good question. Our programs start at $2,000 and they run to $30,000 depending on your level of experience. And I would suggest, if you want to take a look at what our programs involve, the level of support and what we teach, I would check out these two websites here. I'll drop them in the chat and you guys can check those out. Okay, Lily says, I mean, I've been writing an ebook teaching women to eat clean eating using that book. Awesome. I help busy working women struggling with diabetes. Yeah, so you could run a mastermind program. We have a lot of fitness coaches, health coaches, nutrition coaches. We have baby sleep whisperers. Women who teach women how to get pregnant. I mean, cleaning up your bowels, like you would not believe the topics, the expertise, the unique expertise that women come to us with. So you could absolutely run a Facebook. You could absolutely run a mastermind program, Lily, teaching women how to heal their diabetes or manage their diabetes. You'd throw your content in a membership site, you know, launch a 90-day mastermind program, charge between $3,000 and $5,000, and away you go. I'm finishing up a little mini product, but we teach this in our programs. You know, if you have an offer that's $3,000 and you have a 90-day mastermind program. Mastermind programs are my absolute favorite thing to teach in the world. I mean, you think about it, when you went to school as a kid, you didn't sit in the classroom with your teacher by yourself, did you? No, you had a whole classroom and you learned together. That's why having a mastermind offer is such a rad experience. It's actually something that your clients want and need, right? We learn together, we learn better together. So if you have a group program like this, a mastermind program, you're charging, let's say $3,000 or $5,000, it's just $3,000. You make 10 sales a month, that's a $30,000 income. If your program is $5,000, you make just 10 sales a month, that's $50,000. The real question is, well, how the hell do I make those 10 sales a month? And now we get into the system. Now we get into the conversation of, are you generating leads and qualified prospects to speak to that want your help every single day? And if not, well, that really you need to focus on that. So great question here. Hope that answers your question, Lily. Christina says, how does one keep accountable and build these new habits of rewiring your mindset? Great question, Christina. They join our programs. The results happen from the habits. Coaches need to learn the habits of, inner mindset work. How do you uncover your resistance? What are the stories that are running your actions? What do you do, when you graduate and you get faced with new level, new devil, another fear again? How do you self-identify and then install a new belief? The habits of marketing, the habits of showing up in your business like a business owner, the habits of also when to shut it off, because you could burn out if you just, go balls to the wall all day long. That's also another interesting thing that I see with women who are, and it's very common, to work and work and work and not take time off. Watch that one. It'll have you, a lot of coaches come to us burnt out, like, oh yeah, I'm making 20 grand a month, but it's totally unsustainable. Didn't you get into business in the first place to have more freedom? And that's where we revamp and pivot their offers and help them, pivot from leaving this one-on-one coaching world and building a team to support them so they can have more time off. So you need whether it's in our program or somebody else's, obviously, I think our programs are amazing because we really only work with women. It's very specific. I feel that if you talk to a group of men and women, and there was a study that was done, I found this so fascinating. If you asked a group of men to raise their hand if they felt scared on a daily basis, half the room wouldn't raise their hand. Women, on the other hand, the whole room would raise their hand. So interesting, really, very interesting. So our emotions we're emotional creatures. Yes, men have emotions too, but I think it's something very different here. I really believe that women are like running the world. I do. It's something I've known for a long time. I'm blessed to be able to lead and guide women through this, feminine rising. How do you actually tune in to hear your own voice of intuition? How do you calm the mind enough to not only hear the intuition, but act on it? Most people are so freaked out, stressed out, sprung out, run by fear. And it's mostly because they have not learned how to take apart their mind, how to investigate. And I think that's real power. And they're not going to teach you that in school, folks. They certainly didn't teach me that in school. I was having a conversation. My neighbor came over the other day with a bottle of wine, which was so nice. I don't drink anymore, but she came over with a bottle of wine. And she said, Vanessa, it's really just, we're talking about being here in this like gorgeous Mount Shasta, California vibe. And she was saying, it's really amazing that you moved here, like just came here, bought the first house you saw, like what the heck, that was it. I came here on a yoga retreat. I loved it here. I jumped into a lake in May. I was like, I'm going to buy a house here, and that's it. Called the CFO. What can I afford? What's my budget? Boom. Again, I bought the first house I saw. I watched those renovation dudes on TV, and pretty much believe I can do anything. So, that was an experience. But anyways, here I am, and there's no place in the world I'd rather be. I love where I'm at. So learning how to, and of course it's scary, it's new, buying a house, renovating a house, it's like a whole other world. Oh my God, you can apply that to raising a family. You can apply that to starting a business, growing a business, managing a team, learning how to unhook from the fear of the unknown. Oh, Christina says, I'm a 10K grad and definitely miss a level of support and accountability. I know. Well, you guys can come back now, actually. We have a Mentum program. So Christina, you should check that out in our grad group. Lily, if you need help, here you go. You can absolutely apply to speak with a member of my team, and we will find out what you need support with. The strategy, the plan, it's mostly the support and accountability, you guys. I mean, you can watch a video like this and get a good idea and say, oh, wow, that's great. But I mean, when you get to your computer tomorrow morning and you're by yourself and you're like, is that really going to work? Like, there's nobody to bounce ideas off of, Your ego is a sneaky little thing. You can't really, you can't really see your blind spots by yourself. 10K and 30-day. What am I doing here? Oh yeah. If you guys would like our support, or you'd like to learn more about, again, our programs, I would definitely go through the websites that I posted here. Inside, oh, there you go. Jessica's already got it. Jessica's so fast. So fast. Definitely go through the websites to find out more about the curriculum and what we teach, find out which program you belong in. Do you need to make your first few high ticket sales, or are you ready to scale? We have 2 different programs for that. And then you can apply here to speak with someone on our team. And here's something to really, and again, Christine, if you want to come back and join us in the 10K program, you can. We have this new Momentum program for graduates. So check out our grad group. There's a link in there. Super easy to get started. Kind of like come back and join the fun. We've had a lot of grads do that in the last 60 days. So hopefully see you there. And let's continue the conversation, because it's not just, what you do one day or 2 days, it's really creating those habits. And it doesn't happen by yourself. You can't really see your own blind spots. That's why that's why I invest in mastermind programs. And I feel so blessed to be able to kind of hold this really so safe space for when to have this conversation. And when, it maybe sounds more sexy or more like exciting to talk about numbers and money and funnels and shit, but I think people know what they need to do. It's more how do they manage their own internal state when they're in the process of growth and changing this identity. And what do I say when a client says that? And I had the sales call and I think this happened and I did this instead of doing that. And how would you have handled this? And hearing, how everybody in the room, struggles with the same thing. It kind of makes it like, oh, there's nothing wrong with me. Exhale. This is normal. It's really rad. It's a really rad experience. So Lily says, yes, I will do that, Vanessa, because my ego is refusing. Yeah, see, to complete the ebook. Do you see? So here's how, thanks for sharing, Lily. This is how the resistance, and this happens to a lot of people. You're not alone. It's like, oh, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. It's a form of procrastination. Because, and this happens all the time, oh, when I build my website, then I'll da-da-da-da-da-da. Most of our clients in our 10K and 30-day program, they don't have websites. You don't need it. It's bullshit. But it's the excuse that keeps you from putting yourself out there and being rejected, or from putting yourself out there and it actually works. And then you have too many clients, then you're too busy, and then you don't have a life, and then your health suffers because in your job you were so busy you burnt out. So you see what I mean? That's resistance. It creates these like mechanisms, and they're unconscious. It's totally unconscious, but they show up in business. They show up in business. Oh, fuck yeah. Entrepreneurship is like a full-on contact sport. It's going to show you yourself. And it's a protective mechanism. So it can protect you from success. It can protect you from failure. That's why, you know, when I started today's conversation, if you're a little bit afraid, it means you're in the right place. You're in the unknown. That's where the magic happens. Most people stay in their, what I call the comfortable uncomfortable, right? It's, you know it, even if it's boring or it's not meeting necessarily maybe your financial goals. It's meeting your safety goal. It's meeting your I'm in control, your needs. So how do you break through that? How do you break through that? That's just one of the, and what do you do when the fear, how do you recognize when that's what's driving? And how do you, because it's not conscious, it's something, you know, we get trained, you know, 42 years of, you know, living life a certain way. Yeah. It's kind of like going to the gym. You know, you don't just like, oh, you go in day one and I just dropped 10 pounds. Nah, that's not how it works, right? You got to train your muscles. It's the same thing with your mindset. So lovers, I am so thrilled that you are here, and highly recommend that if you notice that you have resistance, if you notice that, wow, I have some really big goals this year, and you know what? It scares the living pants off me. My recommendation is to find a community, find support, find accountability, learn the right habits. Don't do this alone. Definitely learn how to overcome your resistance. You can check out our programs. What makes our programs different is we have a more of a feminine approach to business building. It's not just raw masculine numbers funnels. I mean, we do help you set up your funnels. We do help you implement, you know, strategic Facebook ads and numbers, and looking at your program, and, you know, creating a high ticket offer. And in order for all that to work, you got to be okay with the growth and the money and the influence and the, you know, the visibility. If that's not right, you know, none of that other external stuff is going to work. And when you do get this right, the inner stuff, the outer shit happens fast. And I'm not going to sit here, and I think you can scroll through Facebook here in this group, and or go to our website, takeyourpowerbacknow.com, and check out the plethora of testimonials. Like, oh, what's up? Petronilla says, I'm in the 10K program and I've made my first sales today, but I don't have a template to send a thank you email. Can you, anyone help, please? Hey, Petronilla, congratulations. How freaking rad is that? All of those templates are in the membership site, love. So make sure that you have your password to log in there as well. So it's all on the website. It should be in module 5, which is the sales module. Congratulations. So rad to see some of our clients here tuning in, sharing. Again, another one here just made her first high ticket sale. That's so rad. Queen Victoria of Sheba says, I think you need a funnel by WordPress or other. No, not necessarily. You know, we teach 3 different funnels for people. We teach the first funnel that we teach women who, let's say, have not made their first high ticket sales yet, is a funnel that you're in right now. You all, these people watching this live stream video are all in a funnel. You don't know it's a funnel, but it is. And so it's really interesting, because a lot of you guys that show up here and watch these lives, within 90 days, you become clients of ours. What? Yeah, it's a sneaky funnel. And so the first funnel we teach our clients is how to create a Facebook group, which becomes like your platform where you get to showcase your best self, do live streaming video, use a 30-day video challenge and our 100-page offer Bible, and start really finding out more about who your clients are and what problems do they have, and how can you give them what they want, sell them what they want, and give them what they need, and get comfortable making offers, and get clear on what problems you solve for profit, and create your first high ticket coaching program. And then, you know, you run an ad to fill the Facebook group with your ideal clients. That's the first funnel that we teach. And some of our clients, they're still, you know, doing $30,000 a month just with that Facebook group funnel. Great. The next funnel that we teach is a video sales letter funnel, which is, now that you have some clients, you know that what you're selling is works, you know, people want to buy it. Now you can create the funnel. Yeah. Otherwise you got to like build it all over again from scratch. I don't want anybody to do that. So we you know, when we get on the phone with clients who call us, we make sure that we put them on the right track. It's really important. So, you know, once people have had sales and they know that it works, and then we help you create like a sales video. We give our clients scripts, and there's an opt-in page, and ads go to the opt-in page, they watch the video, and then they book a call. And we have some clients that are doing $40,000, $70,000 a month with that. And the third funnel that we teach is more of an automated funnel. We're using like an automated webinar. I've done $10 million in sales in the last 5 years using automated webinars. It's kind of like a video sales letter, only you can track more how many people consume that video. It's a little bit of a longer training. It's more advanced. It's kind of technical. Some people, I think, when they start becoming a coach, they're not so technical and they're like, oh my God, slides, how do you do this? But it's not that difficult. And it's the same thing, opt-in page, you opt in to watch, you know, a webinar, and then, you know, a little bit more advanced training on how do you then retarget people that have watched your webinar but haven't booked a call. Okay. And you can retarget, you know, case study videos. You can retarget, you know, interviews that you've done with your clients, right? Social proof. Because I mean, I can say that I'm great all day long, but when you watch it, let's say at one of my webinars, and then you get hit, you know, by all these case study videos of 10, 20 clients that say this program changed my life. You're more going to believe that than believe me, right? So we teach our clients how to set that up, and we have, you know, help on the inside where our Facebook experts are opening up your, you know, let me see your ads. Let's look at the numbers. Is this thing working? Okay, who's showing up? Are they buying? You know, and we're walking you through these metrics and these key points to be able to assess what needs fixing. Yeah. Leslie says a program is great. Thank you, Leslie. Queen Victoria says, you are great, Vanessa, different, very helpful, more than other coaches. Well, I'm glad you guys feel that way. Thank you. Petronilla, I use the "what can I help you" message for my client. She's committed. Thanks, Vanessa. You're welcome. What other questions do you guys have for me today? About sales, about funnels, about mindset, something you're chewing on, an idea. It's always nice to connect with you here. I want you to know that whatever you are kind of cooking up or dreaming about or feeling, you can absolutely do it. Make sure that you just get the right accountability and support. Do not try this alone. Do not try this at home by yourself. That will take you a long time, will cost you a lot of money, and a lot of heartbreak with, you know, I think a lot of people lose confidence when they try things on their own without getting the right guidance and support, and that can be very costly. So don't do that. And let us know. Again, we're here to support you. whether you're just getting started, whether you're like Lily, who's like, I've been working on this ebook idea for quite some time and have some resistance, and the resistance is taking you out of the game, you know, whether it, and it's usually that, you know, most people know what they need to be doing and they're just shit scared, and it's normal. Try this one on for a minute. You should be afraid. Most people in the personal development world will say, think positive thoughts, you know, just be positive. No, that's called being unrealistic. You should be afraid because you've never done this before. What if you gave yourself permission to actually feel, you know, feel the fear? It would go away. That's my whole point. Petronella says, can I use my personal Facebook profile for my sale? Yeah, you can use your personal Facebook profile to do like the, to post videos. Yep, absolutely. You can message people using your personal Facebook profile. If people are asking questions in your group, absolutely. Queen V says, what about having 2 Facebook groups, one public, then one private for a challenge? Oh, that's interesting. I've done that. Yep. You've done that before. We have, you know, I have my public Facebook profile. I have this private group, but we also have private Facebook groups for our clients. So when you join us on the inside, we have a whole team of people, you know, that are inside our client facing Facebook groups, and we support them and answer questions during the week. So it's a nice place to be able to, it's a great space. So if you want to do a challenge, you can absolutely do that. The question is, how are you going to get people to the challenge? Yema says, I am new to your program. Where do I start? Thank you for the opportunity, Vanessa. Oh, you're welcome. Yema, I'm so happy to connect with you. You should be having your jumpstart your onboarding call. So somebody from my team will walk you through how to make sure that you get in the membership site, you're in the Facebook group, you know how to attend our Zoom calls. I'll see you on Monday. Super exciting. Super exciting to meet you. Wow, it's amazing. Queen V says, public Facebook group is used too by some coaches. Well, we have, you know, the danger with having like a public Facebook group is that anybody can join, and then you might not have such great quality of people. Like if you notice, you know, some people are just spamming groups, or they don't have a picture profile, or you know what I mean? They're just maybe a bot or something. So when you have a private Facebook group, it allows you to decide who can join, and you know, like I don't want men in my Facebook group. Why? Because we don't work with men. I love them, but it's, you know, I'm really empowering women. This is really what makes us different. I had one of our clients, she was a relationship coach, Violet. She was actually a colleague of mine in another program. And she, you know, she wanted a woman business owner who was leading from the heart instead of all this masculine, you know, push, push, go, go, go at the expense of yourself, burning out. So, you know, I always tell my clients, like, I don't really care how fast or slow you want to grow your business. That's none of my business. I don't know how many kids you have, you know what I mean? I don't know what else you got going on. You're taking care of an aging parent. You know, we're really just here to support you with the strategy, the accountability, you know, the tech, the mindset, but how people, how fast or how big, or, you know, how much they want to grow is really up to them. And you should honor your feelings, and you should know the difference between resistance and fear, and actually like, whoa, that's, you know, this is something I need to take care of, you know, give myself time and space for it instead of pushing through it. No one talks about this stuff. Yeah, Yema says, I'm afraid of the unknown. Yes, I'm great. You're in the right place. You know what? It's totally normal. It's totally normal. I'm afraid of the unknown sometimes too. It's true. And you learn how to face it and actually enjoy it. It actually becomes a freaking magic carpet ride. And entrepreneurship is unlike any other experience because you don't have a boss telling you what to do. You know, you're not going to work and you're clocking in and clocking out. That's not it. You are being guided by the divine. You are being sourced. It was pretty wild. It's pretty rad. So unhooking from the you know, the crazy monkey mind, unhooking from, you know, the needing of approval or control or safety is going to be very important. And Michelle says, thank you for normalizing the fear. It's stifling. It is. I'm telling you what, you know, something else. We are either living our life based on from our child mind. You know, most people don't do any work on their inner child. They don't, never heard of this before. You know, so that fear, that little kid is running your life, your business, your relationships. Or you're in a calm, regulated state and your adult is running the show. There's two very different shows you're watching. Breeze says, are all your team women? No, we have some amazing men on our team. Yeah. Ashley says that fear was killing me softly. Yeah, my fear was killing me freaking loudly, man. I'll tell you what. It's such an incredible year last year. I've been looking into astrology a lot too, but lots of change, lots of great change. Amy says, I definitely know I need to work on my inner child. Yep, it's going to show up everywhere in your business, in your relationships. Business is all about relationships. Sales is all about relationships. And it's very sneaky and very tricky because, again, our ego wants to protect us and it ends up, you know, blowing up a lot of things. It protects you, but it also protects you from winning and getting what you want. So I tell you what, it is a magical, magical carpet ride to learn how to take your power back from the wounded inner child, how to take your power back from the fear that's running the show, how to take your power back from, you know, unhealthy habits, unhealthy ways of relating to people, relating to yourself. It's quite something. And at this point, after helping thousands of women, we really dialed it into a science. And the thing I love the most is just having that safe space every week where I get to invite women into this real conversation about what's really going on. And what's amazing is that all that outside tech shit that they have to do, it goes. It happens fast. And the sales happen fast because they're no longer in resistance mode. It's pretty rad. It's really rad. It's kind of magical. It's totally woo-woo, but like scientific woo-woo. I mean, I'm a Capricorn, right? So we're very driven. You know, work, the habit of work for me is something that comes natural. But I'm also very grounded. I got 4 hooves on the grounds, my friend, on the ground. Ashley says, I appreciate you and your team so much. Thank you. Awesome, you guys. Well, I have so enjoyed our time together. I want you to know that no matter, you know, what you go after this year, what's calling you forth, just know that you can do it and shorten your learning curve, whether it's joining us on the inside of our program or somebody else's. You know, get support, get accountability, you know, do that. You'll shave years off your learning curve. You'll, you know, you'll learn from people who have been there, done it before. You'll have other people pointing out your blind spots. Your confidence won't take such a hit. And you'll be able to, you know, shower the people that you love the most a lot quicker because your results will be a lot quicker. You're welcome. All right, you guys. Nima says, I'm an empath married to a narcissist. It's weighing on me heavily. Well, let's get into that. Lot of healers are looking to, a lot of healers get mixed up with that. And you know that narcissism and codependency are really two sides of the same coin. So if this is something that you struggle with, you'll love our program. This whole book, Take Your Power Back Now, is really about the journey of how I got out of a relationship with a narcissist and took my power back, and that whole healing journey. That's actually when my business really started. So I'm so happy that you're joining us on the inside. It's going to be a wild ride. Samantha says, thanks so much for your energy, support, and guidance. Still working on my gremlins, but I haven't given up on me. Great. You're welcome, Christina, Sandy, you too. And Yima, I'm so happy to connect with you. I think this absolutely will be a big shift for you this year. A lot of women have come to us, kind of stuck in a relationship. And I started my work 12 years ago because I wanted to help women so that they never had to stay in bad relationships because of fear or money, which is why they stay. So that's kind of why I do what I do. It's where the impetus or like the motivation comes from. So lovers, thank you for tuning in. I love you guys. Every Tuesday we have, conversations like these. You can show up and ask me any questions. If you are interested in finding out more about our programs, the links are here in the chat. And I will see you hopefully on the inside of our programs, or maybe here again next week for another juicy conversation. 6 and 7 figure coaches. Lots of love. Big hugs. Aloha.